evening, everyone, and welcome to Ireland Live for Sunday, the 1st of June. Jesus, where is the year gone? 1st of June, first day of summer, and what a day it was. It was a nice day, lovely day. As you can see, I'm supporting the Ireland First tour this evening, and I'll show you. Yeah, Frank couldn't really show you last week, so I said I'd model it tonight. I'm sure Michael John will. I'm sure Michael John will be on now in a minute telling me how beautiful I look. Here we go. Good evening, Michael John. How are you, buddy? How are you? But yeah, we did a great day. We were out in we were out at a protest in Clonmel. Clonmel is decimated. Like it's riddled with them, with iPad centres. But the whole street down there, the whole the Grand Parade or whatever I think it was. I think Dimple Dempsey was talking about today. The whole place, it has been bought by Paul Collins and Town B, the same people who wanted to put in a iPad centre into Coolock. So he's not doing it for the money now. You know what I mean? That's what he said. But apparently he bought it for 980 grand or something like that in 2012. Did he know something? Of course he did. This same man who was bailed out to the tune of 43 million euro, like, you know what I mean? People need to wake up to this, like, you know what I mean? Just let me have a look there. Hiya, Paul. Hiya, Orla. I did send that to Orla. She will be with me in a minute, looking very handsome, Paul. Thank you, Michael John. Hey, good looking good, Fitzy. Thanks very much. Yeah, the marketplace. That's where it was, the marketplace, yeah. And there's units, it's a whole street, like, you know what I mean? There's only Peter Marks left in the street. Like, it's horrible to see. And the lovely little units, like, you could put all different shit into it, like, you know what I mean? Little computer shop, but they just won't let them, you know, it's crazy carry on, you know what I mean? I actually have Martin Murphy coming in with me here now. Yeah, I'll bring him up now in a minute. Hello, Martin, how are you?
Hey, Paul, what the fuck is happening in Carlow?
Oh, wow. I know. I said I wouldn't talk about it yet for a few minutes. I'm waiting for verified reports here, but it seems, I think they put out that your man was from Tuam or something like that. And he shot at people. And yeah, I haven't heard the full story. I'm waiting for Orla to come on. She'll be a roving reporter, you know. I'm just doing the attire tonight. I said
I like it. That's good. That's a good fit, Paul. That's a good fit.
I'm telling you now, yeah, it is.
Is that a medium or a large?
That's a large. Yeah, it's a large.
Yeah, I didn't take the medium.
Maybe I could get into the medium, but no, it looks. Listen, it looks and feels good.
Why would you want to do that to yourself?
Good, yeah. Cheers, everyone, for the bank holiday. I hope you are.
I'm on that.
I know Martin is. Cheers.
No. I'm back in the coffee. I had my feed of pints.
Do you see how good the camera is? Look, because I got the green screen fixed. I have one of them spotlights there now. I had a spotlight and I only found it the other day, so I put it up there onto the monitor. So
you look smashing.
This is it. You know what I mean? There's no filters on now either tonight. You know what I mean? I can probably make a filter that'll get rid of the ring.
It's a good day in Clonmel. Did your mother enjoy the trip to Clonmel?
Oh, she loved it. Yeah, loved it. And I got back to, and fair play to Alice. She had me dinner ready. I had a big dinner, a big turkey and ham dinner with roasties, man. And when she took it out of the oven and put it in front of me, you know the waft you get when you go into a carvery?
Yeah.
I thought, this smells nice. This is going to be beautiful, you know? And it was. Yeah.
No, I'm fed and watered as well now. I went for I did stop for a few pints on the way home from Clonmel, but
Martin, we got up in an hour and 40 minutes to the door.
Yeah, it's no distance. It's no distance.
No distance. Nothing past me. I'm telling you now, nothing went past me.
But once you get back on, once you get in that motorway there, Dublin is actually no distance.
100 all the way. Good luck to you. I mean, whatever it is, 100 mile an hour all the way. Like, you know what I mean? 160 all the way up.
I see a lot of chat there. Shane is
Shane, where's Shane?
Yeah,
well, you put up there.
Yeah,
they're saying he shot himself after he shot at people. Yeah, apparently he shot at 7 people. I'm disgusted with Clonmel. Why are you disgusted? Oh, yeah.
Numbers. Yeah. Just
numbers. Listen, Shane, I'm going to be honest with you. As I said, I went back to a person's house and I had something to eat, my man's friend, and they knew nothing. And there was 3 people at the table and I told them everything. So they'll tell their friends, and like, I'm honest to God, man, these people were oblivious to what was going on. Oblivious. You know, seriously. but they're not oblivious anymore. You know what I mean? So they'll tell three people will tell, you know what I mean? We'll see. It might have a snowball effect. But yeah, the numbers were dismal. Like for people at Clonmel coming out, like you know yourself what's going to happen here. They're going to say, oh, the far right travelled down here and it was their protest. The people at Clonmel don't give a shit. You know, they're welcome and they're, you know how they're going to spin this. Like, you know what I mean? I'm writing the paper for them tomorrow already, for Jesus' sake. Yeah. There used to be a super queen in Waterford. Okay. I must have missed loads of comments there. You know, what's that saying? At this early stage, Carlow, I'd say it's a psyop. Well, your man is dead. So, you know, psyops, I don't know. You know, there's something going on. Thank God he's okay. Anyway, he was okay. I heard he was dead. Greetings from Abu Dhabi, gentlemen. How are you, Jonathan? I'm really looking forward to the Cork gathering on Saturday. Are you coming home, Jonathan? Deadly. We'll see you there. So you'll notice me. I'll be wearing this Ireland Force top. Maybe not this particular one, but something like it. You know what I mean? But saying shooter is Irish, make according to Paul Reynolds. Yeah, no, they said he was Irish. I'm sure he gave his name and where he's from. I thought he said Tuam, did they not?
Look, forget nationalities. We have a fucking mental health crisis in this country. We're importing a mental health crisis, but we have our own fucking mental health crisis in this country where fucking people are pushed to the pin of the collar. People are in massive debt. People can't afford their bills. The stress, the strains, we have so many issues in this country. It isn't just all immigration. We have huge, that's why we have to stop immigration, because we've enough of our own stuff to deal with. We have our own problems to deal with. We can't import the world's problems. We have to fucking deal with what we have at home. Strange, like when somebody says shotgun to me, I automatically think Irish. You know what I mean? It's a case of, you know, who has access to shotguns. More than likely Irish people, farmer background, etc., etc., etc. So I'm not I don't care about the nationality. I care about the fact that society is crumbling all around us. It is crumbling in every single aspect of our lives. It's crumbling. Everything is too expensive. Life is too cheap. Nobody has any time. Everybody just, we can do so much better. We used to do so much better. You know what I mean? And that's all we're pushing for. We're just pushing to go back to a time where we had more time. Life was a little bit slower. Life was a little bit simpler. There wasn't as much pressure. There wasn't as much violence. You know,
it's twice and 3 times a day now, Martin, isn't it?
But it's just like we can do better as a society. We can do better, but you need the will of government to do better. You have to. It's very simple solutions. Implement our existing immigration laws so we can slow the population increase. Okay, build up our actual police force to be a proper police force, policing by consent, where you have community guards working with the community to ensure that life is safe for everybody. We don't need tax collectors. We don't need the Gestapo like we had in Newtown on Kennedy, etc. We need community-based police officers who are in the community, and the community works with them to ensure the community is safe. We need tough implementation of our laws on drugs. We need tough implementation of our laws on violent crime. We need to teach all humans respect, and that violence is not the solution to any dispute whatsoever. You know what I mean? We can do better. We can raise our kids better. We can tell our kids to just slow down. That, you know, your points of leave cert isn't that important. You know what I mean? You'll get a job. You'll be fine. It'll all be good. Just pull the valve and release a small bit of the pressure. And that's it. And the world will be fine. Because we used to be I remember it in fucking my lifetime. We were a slower country. Everything just moved a little bit slower, and it was a little bit safer, and it was a little bit nicer. You know what I mean? It's not a lot to ask for. But we're spiraling out of control. This this is just going to keep happening. And media will downplay it, and we'll accept it, and it'll just become the norm. And oh yeah, somebody got shot
but
there.
that's the problem. We're not accepting it, but people are accepting it. We can see it. We know what's happening. We're reporting on it. And Jonathan just said there are tens of thousands of Irish people suffering in silence, Martin. People are struggling to pay for the basic necessities for life. And it's true. You know,
So
it's crazy.
What I can say to that is stop paying. So just pay what you can. Don't this is just some financial advice, right? If you have a direct debit coming out of your bank account, this is going to take you a bit of time. Cancel all your direct debits, every single one of them. Every single one of them. No entity or company should be allowed to put their hand into your bank account to take money out. So cancel all your direct debits and you pay your bills as you see fit. Now, if you don't pay your bills and you go on holiday and they take your house off you, that's on you. What I'm saying to you is that you control your finances to the point where if you have to choose between, the kid's birthday coming up and you've the ESB bill coming up, skip the ESB bill for that month. Pay an extra bit the next month. Cancel the direct debits. Control your finances. Like I said, it takes a bit of work, and you're going to have to bring out the old school fucking housekeeping book to see what you have to pay at every month. But we allow people to take what you earned from you through direct debit. So you can control your finances better if you cancel all your direct debits and pay on your terms. And you know what? If you miss a payment, it's not the end of the world. You get a letter, send them an email telling them they're harassing you and that you've mental health issues. And if they contact you again, you're going to fucking sue them. And you won't hear from them for 6 months again. I'm not saying don't pay your bills. I'm just saying that you control your finances.
Yeah.
Work, you're contracted to do what, 39, 37, 30, 40, whatever hours you're contracted to do. It's not a life sentence. It's a fair day's work for a fair day's money. Don't stress over
that's all
it.
people want, isn't it?
Don't. Yeah, your kids, your leaving cert. It's all adults watching here. Your leaving cert has no bearing on your life right now. So don't put pressure on your kids to get fucking 600 points or 500 points or anything like that. Yeah. Just everyone slow down. Slow down. Life used to be better.
600 there, people. Fair play to you. I'm just going to share this out here, Martin. Lads, watch us live on X. Fitzy Dub, Anthony L. Casey, Rugger Murph. We're not on Facebook for some reason this evening. It wouldn't let us stream to Facebook. And
what?
It wouldn't let us stream to Facebook. No, just X. We're only out on X and Anthony's channel. And that's why we're only up at 600. Like, you know what I mean? Usually we'd be up to.
It actually wouldn't. Is it to do with Facebook, or were we bold?
I don't know. And we always bold. Like, let's
were we bold?
I'm gonna bring up Orla there. Hello, Orla. How are you?
Well, how are you? Long time no see.
Long time no see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a whole 3 hours.
Yeah.
Probably.
Orla, what's happening in Carlow?
Great. What?
I'm just saying.
I leave the county for a few hours and all hell breaks loose.
Okay, did you hear any more? Did you hear anything? Like, you're there, you're on the ground,
Well, Jesus, I was on my way back from Clonmel.
That's a new light that I have to say. I like that light.
Yeah. What?
I like that new light that I put in there. There's a light there in front of me. That's why you can see more of me.
Paul thinks he looks real sexy.
I don't. I was modeling the top. I was modeling the top.
He's trying to do it.
It's because he's wearing white and it's bringing out his tan.
Okay, maybe.
Do you know what I mean? I was on my way home from Clonmel and then I started getting the phone calls and the messages. So I was trying to find out what was going on. So when I landed home, I went to go over to the local shop, which is across from me, because the area leading into the fairgreen. So I live in front of the fairgreen. And you can show that video, Paul, because I filmed it from the bedroom window upstairs. So I went to go into the shop just to see was there any sort of, information, because there were so many rumours going around. So I ended up actually speaking to one of the store managers. I don't want to obviously give too much details away. So I spoke to him, and he was an eyewitness. Yeah. So he said that, he saw the shooter, and that the shooter, as far as he was concerned, was Irish. Now, the papers have come out and said that he was Irish. He was in his late 20s to early 30s, and he came in with a shotgun. He had been outside in the car park. There's a very large car park, and he'd been shooting at some of the cars. So anyway, he went in anyway and started shooting inside. But seemingly he waved beforehand. Don't know what that was about, but that's what he saw anyway. So there was a child injured, but there was also shattered glass. So we aren't 100% sure whether the child was injured through a bullet or whether it was the shattered glass, because I think it was like a leg injury. So I don't want to comment on it because I'm not 100% sure.
Well, that's
As
it.
far as we know,
Yeah.
no, we can't comment on it. So as far as I know, I don't think anyone else was injured, as far as I know anyway. But look, I'd say we'll find out in the next couple of days if he's from the town. I'm assuming he probably is, for him to go into the Fairgreen shopping centre. Like, for anyone who doesn't know Carlow, this shopping centre is huge. It has Sports Direct, Holland and Barrett, huge pharmacy, Eurogiant, there's a travel agent, there's Eason's, there's 2 cafes, one upstairs, one downstairs, huge Tesco. And there's also these stands as well that sells, you know, like crepes and different things for kids. And you would, never mind all the people coming in and out and doing their shopping and going for coffee. Like, secondary school finished up on Friday. So you're going to have an awful lot of teenagers hanging around that shopping centre. So it's actually by the grace of God that nobody else, as far as we know, was hurt.
Yeah. As I said, there's a couple of videos there of it. I didn't want to play the videos. I have.
I wouldn't play a certain video.
No, well, I have Paul Nolan sent in a video there, so I'm going to just play his. It's about a minute long, so I'll just play that.
Okay.
He's from out Croydon anyway.
Okay.
Guards all over the place here. I don't know 100% what happened. Rumours are that he's after shooting somebody. Some fellas after shooting someone in Sports Directs here in Carlow town, and then he's supposed to shot himself. I don't know. I could hear the gunshots going off because I only lived.
Attacks on homeless.
Guards all over the place here. I don't know 100% what happened. Rumours are that he's after shooting somebody. Some fellas after shooting someone in Sports Directs here in Carlow town, and then he's supposed to shot himself. I don't know. I could hear the gunshots going off because I only live just around the corner there. So no one knows 100% yet what's going on, but all the roads are blocked off and everything. So they are, yeah. There's guards all over the place, ambulances as well. So for now, it's a crime scene anyway.
Yeah, and that was courtesy of Dave Dogs. You know Dave? That's who.
Yes, I know Dave.
Yeah,
yes.
So it was Dave that done that. Yeah, fair play to Dave. Thanks very much for giving us that info. But that's apparently that's what's going on. You'll be sharing this.
You can see my video there from the upstairs.
Hang on.
Because, as I said, upstairs of my house looks out over the car park, but I'm not up the top end of the car park because
I hope the bed was made, was it? I hope the bed was made.
Sorry?
Now, was it? I hope the bed was made.
It's not my bedroom.
Okay. Hold on, my mouse is. Oh, there it is. There, bear with me. There, I'll share this. Martin's away to the fairies.
Sorry, guys. Phone is hopping as well as all the Carlow stuff that's going on. I'm also organising a duel with somebody, so I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, lovely. Come on, I'll drop you out for a few minutes then. He's mad. Okay, I'm gonna just play this one now, yeah.
So that's the view from the upstairs bedroom. So that's all I can see from there. The rest of it's all blocked off.
So that's from the back bedroom, yeah. Just looking at
Yeah,
it
so
there.
that's the back bedroom. So you've got a long car park, but then it's around the corner where the Tesco area is. So obviously you can't see from there because that was all blocked off.
Just let me answer, Jerry. There. Sorry, Jerry. How do you send videos in? Send them in there on the WhatsApp there, Jerry. I'll put it on the screen there now. It's 089 203 1521. That's 089 203 1521. So yeah, thanks for that, Jerry. Fair play to you, mate. You can also get us there on X at FitzyDub, Anthony L. Casey at Rugamorph. We're not on Facebook. We've been blocked tonight, and we're on www.theirishchannel.com/live. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
that's what took me so long to come on, because I was trying to find the Facebook links to share them. So I had to just share over from X.
Well, we're up to 800 there now. So obviously it's been shared around there now. Yeah, 800 there now. Thanks everyone. Fair play to you. Keep sharing.
But anyway, look, that's all the information we have. Like, I don't like putting out information that's not correct or correct to as much as I know, because like you have to be so careful what you put out there. That's why I'm always attaching, newspaper links and all that sort of stuff,
Well, I think I have newspaper links there that they have put up.
Yeah, I sent on one of them to you. That was from the Independent.
You're a great independent journalist. I swear to God, you're brilliant. You were on the spot there tonight as well. You got first-hand information from a witness. How many other people would be able to do that we know? Not very many.
And it was only bait. I only went to go to the shop to see if there was any, like, what the crack was. And the guys were standing outside because the shop was closed. And I just said, oh, listen, guys, what's the crack? And it just happened to be that one of them was the store manager, and he was in there. So he was an eyewitness.
Yeah.
And it was just, as I said, it was just fate, But you have to be so careful what information you're putting up, because there's so many rumors going around, So anyway, this is the article.
Well, this is the Independent, so this has to be true. You know what I mean? Like that, and then you have the Irish slimes that tell you shite as well. They all tell you shite. But we go with this: man dead and child injured after shots fired in Carlow shopping centre. Bomb squad also called. So what's the story there? I'm gonna read on. A man has died following a shooting incident at a shopping centre in Carlow, while the bomb squad has also been called. A 9-year-old child suffered a leg injury during the terrifying incident this evening. So we don't know whether that was from the gun or from the glass.
Now, when I spoke to that manager, he did say to me that there was shattered glass.
Yeah,
Now, the newspaper articles have said it's not life-threatening. So the injuries could have been from shattered glass, but we're not sure.
Yeah, I'll just finish off there. Garda were alerted to report the shots being fired at Fairgreen Shopping Centre in Carlow shortly after 6 p.m. A lone gunman is believed to have discharged a number of shots, but was later declared dead at the scene. A suspicious device was also found on the man. Oh, Jesus. Which necessitated the bomb squad. What was it called to the scene? Was it a pipe bomb or something? Or, I don't know.
I don't know.
A 9-year-old was injured in the leg, and as understood, the injuries are non-life-threatening. But Jesus, if you had a device on him and it went off, that's, oh man. The cause of the injuries are unclear at this stage. No other injuries have been reported. A large cordon has been put in place at Fairgreen Shopping Centre in Carlow. Gardaí, ambulance and fire are at the scene, as you've just shown us there a minute ago. A statement from Garda Síochána said Gardaí are currently at the scene of an incident at a retail premises at Carlow Town. The alarm was raised shortly after 6:15 p.m. The premises have been evacuated and the scene is preserved. The Army Explosive Ordnance Disposal, the EOD team, has been requested to attend. So that's where we are on this, people. That's all we know. And Orla has shown us that the guards and everyone else are at the scene still. So, yeah.
Yeah, because coming like just before my estate, after that, it's all completely closed off. So, yeah, so look, it'll probably be closed off for the next day or two for forensics and all that. But I mean, people don't realise, unless you're from the town, how big this shopping centre is. If that man had a bomb on him and it went off, it would have been catastrophic, because that is a huge shopping centre. As I said, with all the people going into Tesco, then you have people having coffee, just out shopping. There would have been teenagers in hanging out because school is finished. Like,
someone just put in someone just posted in the comments there, all of the lefties know where you live now. It's just all the ones, everyone knows all it ran in Carlow, lads, you know what I mean? But thanks for throwing it in there, Christy, fair play to you. But like, she's like me, our addresses are,
well, it doesn't matter. I'm moving next month anyway, so I won't be there anymore. So,
but we won't tell anyone where you're moving to.
No, but
thanks for that anyway, Christy. Fair play to you.
But there's the video there now I sent on to you from the barbers.
Yeah, I have that there.
But you know what's really interesting? Now, I'm not saying they're connected, right? Because I don't know. But do you remember the other night I was on the show and I heard what sounded like gunshots? And I wasn't sure, and I looked out the window and I couldn't see anything. But then remember the helicopter was going as well. That was only 2 or 3 nights ago. But I never heard anything about it afterwards. So I don't know. Do you know, maybe it was fireworks. I don't know.
Chris Bourne said, if we get 1K viewers, even without it on Facebook, that's a win, I think. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
It is, Chris. Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is. We're nearly up to 900 there now. So fair play to everyone. Thanks very much. Share it everywhere. Share it all over the place. Derry Pierce, I don't think she doxed herself, to be fair. We all doxed ourselves by running in elections, lads. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? So, but again, I don't give a shit. Listen, I don't care. I fear no one. I don't give a shit. Like, you know what I mean? I really don't. And my emotions don't get at me either. So I don't give a rat's. I'm being honest.
That's not what you were saying to me, Paul, when you were crying on my shoulder today.
Yeah, two hopes of that. I wasn't crying at all today. I was very happy today now, to be honest.
I know.
Yeah, I was in good form.
Somebody said there about Clonmel. Hold on, a couple of, was it 2 comments back?
Jimmy Carroll, no. Today in Clonmel. Hi guys, good to see you in Clonmel today. Mad Patsy. Patsy, fair play to you. Patsy's going to do a tune on the show one of the nights live. So yeah, we'll get Patsy on. Great meeting you, Patsy. It was great. We met a load of people there today. Now we really did. And let's get through some of this. Councillor Paddy Quinlan happened upon the scene also. He was down in Carlow walking the dog in the park nearby.
Paddy Quinlan?
Yeah, I didn't see Paddy Quinlan at all.
So why would Paddy be down in Carlow?
I don't know. Chris just put that up there. I don't know why Chris put that up there.
He was in Paddy Quillen was in Carlow with Tip jersey on, and Philip Dwyer did a live with him.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm just going to say that Paddy Quillen was wearing a Tipperary jersey.
Okay.
but he mentioned the fact that he hates the GA, but he loves the sport. But he was still in a Tip jersey.
Yeah.
No, Patrick, Philip interviewed him. They were. I only caught.
Well, I'm going to go with a couple of the. I haven't been. I can't find any of the other ones. I'll have to go on to.
Have you got the one from the barbers I sent on to you? It's only a couple of seconds long.
Here, yeah, I'm going to
because the barber shop is when you walk into the shopping centre. It's a way down the very back. Is where the barber shop is.
Let's go with this. I didn't hear any sound on that. Did you?
Yeah, I could hear it.
Okay, I didn't hear it, but I knew what it was. Yeah, I knew what it was. Well, let me just check out a few more comments there. Liverpool now, Carlow. It's better than RTE or a nice one. Lots of people heard shots, not a bang. Yeah. Well, now somebody only sent me on all of us speaking, but he didn't send on. I'm gonna do me speaking today. Then, will I? I may as well throw my.
I sent you on. Yeah, I have that. I did that video for you. Yeah.
No, we need to stop this. Every town in this country is being decimated. There's people dying at an alarming rate in this country, and in order to take the eye off that, they're putting these migrants into the town, and that's what they're distracting you with. But the excess deaths in this country have gone through the roof, and nobody is speaking about it. Also, they're giving out about a hospital here that costs €2.8 billion. It's costing €2.6 billion a year to house these migrants. So in 6 years' time, you're talking nearly €15 billion. That needs to stop. We're paying it. The taxpayers are paying it. Again, this country is not being run by our government. This country is being run by the bureaucrats, unelected bureaucrats in the EU. And we need to get out of the EU. That's the first thing we need to do. And again, as I said, there's lots and lots of these towns around the country. I'm looking around me here, and there's lots of people I know from all the different towns. I'm seeing a few people from Clonmel. You need to get out and stand up for your own town. The RT are going to run with this tomorrow, or whatever, Echo, or whatever it is, they're going to say, oh, they drafted in the far right again. I'm not going to say I'm not far right, because if I love my country and I'm fighting for my kids, well, I will wear that badge honourably, I tell you. If that's far right, well, then I'm far right. I look around here and I see women, children, grannies, granddads, all people who want to take back this country. There's 3 kids there that will never own a home in this country. Yet there's migrants coming in and getting put in beautiful houses ahead. We've 16,000 people. We've 16,000 homeless people. But that's only the tip of the iceberg. We probably have 200,000 people living on couches, living with their mothers. And as I said, if they had have just done this right, our kids are leaving to go to Australia to make a better life. What they should have done with this hospital was built an apartment block beside it for nurses and give it to them cheap. You know what I mean? That's the way our kids will stay in this country. But as I said, we need to all stand together. And it's great to see so many people here today. Fair play to you all. God bless everyone in this fight. And goodbye.
Who was that, Orla?
Who?
I know. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know, would you?
Who was that talking?
Yeah.
Who was that well-articulated, well-spoken, passionate gentleman?
Yeah.
No idea. Some Dublin lad. Never heard of him.
Fucking hell. He's very well-spoken and, my God, very articulate. Fucking hell. Very impressive. We should get him on the show sometime.
Do what?
We should get him on the show sometime.
We should. Because I don't be articulate on the show.
I don't know who that was.
Listen, but that's just how it is, and I'm sorry, you know what I mean? Like, let's be honest, if they were building houses for their kids, you know, nurses would stay here, doctors would stay here. You know what I mean? If there was a big apartment block built beside that hospital, like, that hospital is the most expensive structure in the world at $2.8 billion. You know, the Petronas Bleeding Tower didn't even cost that. You know what I mean? It's crazy shit. Like,
I know.
You know, and then it's costing 2.6 billion a year to house these migrants. You know what I mean? Like, the hospital's going on since 2018, and they're giving out about 2.8 billion. Now, like, after 6 years, what are you going to have here? 15, 20 million? Or billion, sorry.
Yeah. What are we doing? What are we doing to fix it?
Yeah.
What are we doing? You know? We're protesting. We're talking. I'm just laughing. I'm not joking. I won't name names or anything like that. But literally, I have another so-called patriot. Literally, I've arranged a duel to shoot this man to death because he's slighted by something I said. Like, this is what we're dealing with. That we're trying to save the country, and you've other people who claim to be trying to save the country are more intent on causing me harm than actually fixing the problems or dealing with any of the issues. I mean, what are we actually doing? You know, we highlight it, we talk about it, but what are we doing? You know, we need to up our game big time. The silliness has to stop. We just have to. Look, I'm at the point now where I want 3,000 to 5,000 men. That's all I want. I want 3,000 to 5,000 men, and I want to go up to the door, put my hand on their shoulders, and say, "Your time's up. That's it. Done and dusted. Go away. We're taking it from here." That's where I'm at. I don't see any other solution. You know, so we have to seriously up our game in relation to how we go about this. Because it's just, you know.
Yeah,
I know.
But like it's only going to get worse. Take immigration out of it. I see it. I live fairly rural.
Yeah.
Yet I see the equivalent of inner city drug crisis in my community that you would have had in the 80s and the 90s in the cities. Yeah. I see that amount of drug use. I see absolute hopelessness. I see kids living at home till they're in their late 20s, 30s until they can finally get out of the place and go to Australia or Canada or something like that. You know what I mean? I see no one getting married. I see nobody having kids. What do we do? Like, do we just? I don't know.
We can't just.
But hang on. Okay. So, Paul, I know for a fact you're doing absolutely everything you can. I know the amount of hours you put into this. Orla, I know for a fact you put a stupid amount of hours into this. I know for a fact I put a stupid amount of hours into this. But as somebody said, you go to a town of Clonmel with a fairly big population, and there was hundreds of people there. It was a good turnout, and we got clapped, and you know, people stood on the side of the street and clapped us and cheered us, and we got beeped and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But But who's actually doing anything? You know what I mean? Bar us, same handful, same couple of hundred people up and down the country doing it all. You know, I'm tired. I know what the rest of you. I'm tired. I actually want to go to the next phase. You know, I think we need to. I don't know. I think we're nearly there. I think we either stop and give up completely and just accept that people are just happy to live as slaves, and we just find our own little corner of the fucking country and just build our own community, or we ramp it up, and we ramp it up big time. I don't want to live in a society where stabbings are acceptable, shootings are acceptable, rapes are acceptable. I don't want to live in that society. I don't want my kids to live in that society. But what are we willing to do? It's a question that everybody needs to ask. As I keep saying, what now, Irishman? You know?
Yeah, it's true. Young people not having children, not getting married. It is a genocide of the Irish people. Bloodlines washed down the drain. The bastards in the Dáil will have a day of reckoning.
I don't even want them to have a day of reckoning. I want enough men, 3,000 to 5,000 men, just to march up there and just say, "Go home, lads. Just go home. No one's going to come after you. You just go home. You go away, and that's it. And we'll take it from here."
We need to wait.
You know, I'm not even about retribution at this point. I'm just about. I just want my kids to survive. I want to survive. Fucking, you know what I mean?
No, they need to be gone, and they need to pay for what they have done. They have ruined this country.
If I was given the choice, Paul, yeah, but if I was given the choice, Paul,
people are ignoring the fact that the excess crimes going through the roof in this country. I got walked upon by a member of Avant Garde today, and they called me a scumbag. And we're the people standing up for our kids and our country to make it safe and affordable. How dare they? They should throw down their hats, throw down their colours, and join the Irish people. That's all I want to say. Fair play to everyone.
There's the boss. Yeah, look, fucking, I can't get a word. It's always cutting me off.
I didn't even see him coming in there.
Always cutting me off. Yeah.
He did that on purpose. Like, do you know what I mean?
Well, I'm going to be honest, Martin. These people.
I just have to address this man. Yes, I did like your hat, and I'd like to speak again.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm talking about.
Paul, Kathy sent you. Kathy's finished the video, so I just sent it over to you there now. From the photographs from today.
Okay, we'll put that up now in a minute. Yeah, but you're talking.
I thought today was a really good. I thought today was a good day. I thought like there was, there wasn't a bad turnout at it.
No, it was. Look, it was fantastic. But if you do a percentage of population, it's not good enough.
No, I know.
Yeah, enough is enough. I'm going to be honest, Martin. Like, I know you're saying they have to be held accountable for what they've done. They have ruined this country. They have ruined people's lives. People have died because of them.
I know. No. At this stage,
I don't care. I'm going to be honest. If we ever get into power, I will be holding these bastards. I don't care who they were. Yeah, they will be getting.
Here, listen, Paul. I'm the lad who lost my job over talking about gallows, so I understand exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But
other people lost their lives over listening to this government. You know what I mean? It's not just about the immigration. It's about the COVID shit and what went on with that and the lies they told and what they knew. That has to be,
Okay.
Look at Casey had to put on the bleeding Ireland Force jersey. Look.
We do need to talk about COVID, and there must be retribution. There must be retribution.
Definitely.
Harm that was caused, and I think as Ireland First representatives, I think we do need to actually put a public policy out there on what we're going to do.
Most definitely.
In relation to holding those who pushed it accountable: government, media, and the medical profession.
Yes,
and it has to be along the lines of Nuremberg. It has to be. There's no other option or no other alternative. In relation to that, I would say yes, we need to write a policy that addresses government, media, and the medical profession along the lines of what Nuremberg produced in relation to medical harm. And that has to be, and it's to ensure it's not just about retribution. It's about ensuring that it's never allowed to happen again. Who's the Mexican?
Have we twins on tonight?
Yeah.
Who's the
Can you
Mexican
hear me
guy?
okay? I didn't test that mic. How are you doing?
Have we a Mexican in?
there.
Have we a Mexican in Ireland first?
Oh, hello, gringo!
Oh, no,
My
you're
gringo!
right.
Senor!
You
You
don't
are,
need those stinking badges. I'm just going to read this one here.
He likes
If
my
we need
cousin. He
men-
likes everybody's cousin.
If we need men, go around to all the council estates in Dublin. Fitzy knows, and I do know. Yeah, these young fellas are tough, dog-wide, and hate what's going on with the illegals, and not just in Dublin, Cork, and Limerick, etc. I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of young fellas pissed off. There really is, and we all know young fellas that are pissed off, and like I would know a lot of young fellas who are really pissed off. So yeah, these are the young fellas we need to be getting on our side.
I don't want youngsters getting into trouble and going to prison.
These aren't youngsters. He's talking about fucking men, 20s.
Well,
you know what I mean? That's what he's talking about. You know, and they're all sick of it.
Yeah, I want lads.
A lot of them have kids and they're living in their mothers,
No,
and you know, it's
Yeah, but they should be. I want lads in their 40s and their 40s to 60s who allowed this shit to happen, to take responsibility, like we're doing, taking responsibility for the shit we allowed to happen on our watch. That's the men I want. I don't want 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds. I want them having kids. I want them staying at home having loads of children. I want the 40 to 60-year-olds to pull their fucking finger out of their ass, turn off the fucking Premiership match, turn off the GA, turn off everything, get out in the streets, start doing some work.
Yeah, I agree. I stopped. I used to be one of them. What did you say? 40 to 60-year-olds? Yeah, I used to be one of them. I'm still one of them.
It's a wide bracket. Yeah, it's a wide bracket.
Yeah, it's chill. Yeah. It's like
Actually, Casey, Anthony doesn't have to do it. He's not in that bracket.
How's all the things? She says, "What do you mean the things?" I said, "Well, all the things." My mate says it all the time. You know what I mean? And when you ask him what he means, he said, "Well, everything, all the things." You know what I mean? Just tell me what's going on. You know what I mean? That's the way it works. All the things. You know what I mean?
All the things. Yeah.
Kevin Coyle. That's Kevin put up there now. If there's any women looking for kids, I'm happy to oblige.
That's a very generous offer, Kevin. Yes, you're doing it for your country.
We'll put it out there. You should get a podcast going here, Kevin. You know what I mean?
I know an OnlyFans page for Kevin Coyle.
I actually just we're talking about legends of men. I have to give a shout out to Mad Patsy. He's watching. He's a legend of a musician down Tipperary. He plays a lot of fucking places, but Mad Patsy genuinely is a fucking Mad Patsy. But he's a fantastic musician, does great music. So if anybody can find him online and you want to book him, he was there supporting us, and he watches the show all the time. So shout out to you again, Mad Patsy.
Kevin Coyle, unvaccinated sperm too. That's a bonus.
Did anybody ever look into that? Is there actually a market for it? As in, can you do that in Ireland? I've only ever seen the movies, but can you like jerk off into a couple?
Have you ever seen your man going around in the van in England having a pedal outside the gaff and going in and giving your woman the turkey base? Have you never seen that?
No.
Oh, yeah. He's at that fostering, or he's at that fucking doing whatever for about 150 kids or something. He tries around with a bleeding magazine, boom, off you go. And
you said turkey baster, and Anthony just disappeared.
Turkey baster,
it's too rough for me. I can't be seen.
No, but can you do that in Ireland?
I don't know.
Anybody in the comments, can somebody find out for me? Can you sell your sperm in Ireland, and if you can, is it worth more to be unvaccinated?
Tell me, do we?
Yes.
Well, you'd wonder as well, like, would say if a woman goes into an IVF clinic and she's on her own and she wants to go through the IVF with the artificial insemination. I wonder, can she actually request, unvaccinated sperm?
The answer is you can't.
Like, how, you know what I mean? They could say yes, it is, and what if it's not? Like, how do you know?
Anthony seems to know. Hold on.
No, you can't request that. No. Do you remember the big controversy over the Australian couple? And they didn't want their child to get the blood transfusion with the vaccinated sperm, and they forcibly took the child off them in the ward, and people were split. People were kind of saying, this is a bit too far, because it was very early on in COVID, and there wasn't a whole lot of data suggesting either way. So people were upset with the parents, people were upset with the forcible taking of the child. There was a lot of that going on. So, yeah. I see you're wearing, Frank is in there saying that the tops look good on us. So,
yeah, Frank, I sent down the link.
Do we have
Come
much
on.
more tops left, do we?
What?
I don't know how many is left.
We have a large we have a large shipment coming from Tullamore, I believe, next week.
Do we? Great.
Yeah, produced in Ireland.
Nice, I have to say, I like them.
Yeah, they are nice lads. If you can see it on the, they are nice.
I'm not.
You're so late yesterday here, like, you know what I mean? Come on.
Until we get one in check or plaid, I'm not wearing one.
Pada, of course, Pada. Look what Pada put up. Unvaxxed sperm is probably laid with far right jizz and thrown in the poxy bin. Good man, Pada. Don't know about Ireland, but it's big in America unofficially.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, same as the blood.
I wouldn't want unvaxxed blood. You wouldn't want unvaxxed blood. You wouldn't want vaxxed blood, would you?
No, I'd say she means the other. I'd say she I'd say she wants it. Yeah, Liz.
I don't want any blood. I don't want to be in any situation to get any sort of blood.
Oh, which reminds me. In people should know, in 17 days' time, the state owns your organs. This is important. Okay, you must, in 17 days' time, you must opt out of the organ donation, which it basically means if you have an accident in your life support, they'll turn the life support off to take your fucking kidneys and your liver and your shit, like. So it's really, really important that, and look, organ donation is a fantastic thing if you are actually making the conscious decision to donate your organs in your untimely event of your death. The state owning your organs is not good. Okay, that is not a good thing, because the state owns your organs. Then the state can do anything they want to those organs. Therefore, they can decide what you eat, what you drink, etc., to keep those organs healthy in relation to the potential of them being donated to somebody else. So, in 17 days' time, there will be a government website. You need to opt out. It is so important that you. I don't know what we're laughing about.
Sorry.
Michael, really complimenting Anthony, complimenting.
Michael Johnson, Anthony has gorgeous bones, and Anthony winks and went, yeah, and I just started laughing.
Look, Anthony's buff. We'll give him that. He's buff. But sure, Paul, you're fucking buff as well, like, for fucking outlet. Like, you're fucking.
You don't have to give him that.
Martin, how many drinks have you had? Listen, I'm not putting up with another night of you lot telling each other how much you love each other. I'm sorry now, but I had to put up that one night and it was enough.
How do you mean?
What Martin is saying
this is what gym bros do.
But Martin is saying is important, because I was told this when I was in the courts. I've said this here before, that they're adopting the Europeans' way of the opt-out system rather than opt-in, because far less people opt out of something than the amount of people who opt into something. And this is just the start of it. It's organ donors now, but it'll be whatever they want it to be, you know. So I would encourage everyone. Look, I was an organ donor before it was.
I've always been an organ donor.
You know, so I know. Do I believe it goes where it should go? I don't know. You just hope that it's going somewhere better. You know.
I just don't want mine going anywhere. I'm happy.
I know.
I don't want to give anyone mine. Look, no, it's mine. It's coming. The maggots are going to eat.
You'd be sound like that though, Paul, wouldn't you?
I'm making sure mine are so bad by the time I die that no one's going to want them.
Yeah. I'm trying to get mine better now at the minute. You know, I'm doing a bit of breathing and what have you. Sometimes breathing without a cigarette.
Paul, you're doing. Listen, Paul, you're 164 years old. Whatever you're doing, you're doing great.
Yeah, I look good, but.
Yeah. Look, a good one there. Somebody put up there about mandatory euthanasia. Look, this is the slippery slope. No, sorry, I can't. Yeah, look, this is. I don't know where the comment has gone.
Where is it? Is it up top? Is it?
No, it's down further.
This is where it starts. Okay. The state owns your organs. Then the state would say, well, you have to get into the suicide machine for the greater good because we don't want to pay you a pension. Look, the state has to be abolished. This is the reality. All right. The state of Ireland is our enemy. We are the nation of Ireland, not the state of Ireland. And until the state of Ireland is abolished, we are all in danger. It's as simple as that. The state must be abolished. We have to rebuild a simpler way of living. It's as simple as that, with the least amount of government interference in our lives as possible. The fact that the state is deciding it now owns your organs. When is enough enough? When will people realize that this has gone too far? When are people going to wake up? And I'm not talking to the listeners here because you're already awake, but you need to wake up the people who don't watch this show. You have to have the difficult conversations with your friends and your family to tell them we live in a totalitarian state and we shouldn't. We should live in the nation of era where everybody is equal opportunity to build whatever life you choose with no state interference whatsoever. Yeah, we need roads. We don't need education. I'd rather fucking abolish the entire education system and go back to something much, much simpler. We need healthcare, but we need less healthcare because if we lived in a society where there wasn't poisons in our food and poisons in our air, we'd all be much, much healthier. There's a simpler way of doing things where we can all have an absolutely fantastic, wonderful life, and you can still get your shit from Temu and fucking all the other nonsense in life and stuff like that, but without state interference. And that's what we're working towards. That's what Ireland First is going to work towards.
I just want to address that comment there. Jerry Healy, how's all this going to stop illegal immigrants, IPS centres? Jerry, it's not all about IPS centres. This country is being ruined in so many ways. You know what I mean? It's not all about we can't just keep giving out about immigrants. The country's on its knees. You know what I mean? And it's not just because of the immigrants. Like, you know what I mean? So we have policies there, different policies for a range of things, and that's what we talk about is the policies, not just if you're going to run an illegal immigrant campaign and you're going to run on that's your policy. You're not going to listen. We need to have a range of policies for everything. And that's what we do at Order Force. That's what we're doing.
And you know what's important as well? It's expanding upon both of your points. Like people would say, so I was at the rally today, right? And someone turned to me and says, why do you have a political banner with you? And I said, well, it's politics that got us into this. It's politics ruining this country. That's one part of it. And I said, but we also have the Sinn Féin banner here. And that's the grassroots boots on the ground. And it's a multi-pronged approach. And people are probably sick of hearing me say it. But if we have a 1 million man march on the Dáil, who replaces them? Maybe if you have a committee set up where you have the experts in their field already there lined up, that's who replaces them. We're building a government of honest people, experts who are dead wide to everything going on, dead wide to the excess deaths and indoctrination in the schools and the hospital system, medical system. That's what we're building. We don't want to be career politicians. Nobody wants to be, but that's what we're aiming at. Is that we have a replacement, a new type of politics, not the age-old stuff. And it's important, and that's why accidentally I played that video. Apologies, lads. I was trying to get in and add stuff in, but
at least you didn't cut the stream this night. You know what I mean?
That's true, though. Yeah, I nearly did that the other night, actually. But you know what? That guard did say to me, and he looked like a sergeant today. And I'll just show you. He came up like eyeballing me, and nearly went shoulder to shoulder. And I was saying it's time we put the Irish first. And I did say it as well. Whenever them people are standing at the GPO, I think I said it to Philip Dwyer today. It's always the people in front of them are watching, because the people at the GPO, these lefties, they're paid to be there. They haven't a clue. But the people standing in front of them are the guards who are still left, who are still condoning this stuff and sniggering and smirking. So they're no Irishmen to me. There's no way. Yeah. And Drew Harris will have to answer for a lot of things when this government gets told to step away.
But how could Drew Harris still be in a job if 98% of rank and file Gardaí have spoken in no confidence in him? Like, if he was a CEO of any other company, he'd be gone. Cheerio, he probably had to commit suicide or jumping off a bleeding building at this stage. But no, they're propping him up. It's bullshit.
There's quite a yeah, but Paul, it's the same as Judge Nolan. How is Judge Nolan still a sitting judge and getting away with what he's doing?
Yeah. I agree.
Like, there's a lot of stuff that gets alleged about the guards, right? We've heard that some of them might be on the take from my past senator. Some of them are complicit. What's going on? Surely they're complicit. We're seeing that with the videos. You know, we know that for a fact. But the judge is letting these people away with things. It's incredible, you know. And we do know for a fact, and Paul, you'll tell anyone, you know, the pepper spraying of innocent elderly people, young people, the water cannons, the beating with bats, the setting canine units on people in Dundrum Townhouse. Like, absolutely, they are complicit. Make no bones about it. So I called them to throw down their hats like they did in France, throw down their colours, stand with the Irish people. There's enough crime. How many? What are they waiting for? What are they waiting for? Another child to get stabbed? Something else to happen? Like, we've plenty of these cases, and they're being covered up by the media who are complicit. They're all complicit. We're the scumbags for trying to push it out there, driving around the country to show people, to say it to people. And the worst thing is, people are fighting among themselves. You know, there's that video there, Paul, of me speaking there, went up on X today, and one of our mates, not really our mates, but we know who we're talking to, put up a comment on it. So-called nationalists trying to tear down another nationalist. It's a disgrace. Clue the heads in, lads.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, Anthony, we're having a duel. 1777 rules.
Oh yeah, the same guy I'm talking about.
Well, I offered. I made the offer.
The same guy I'm talking about.
He wants fisticuffs. I've offered him a duel. 17.
He doesn't want anything. He doesn't want anything. Anyway,
no. We're doing it apparently. So
lads, it's such a shame. It's
don't be crazy, even listening to them. Don't be listening. Just
it was a very fun and entertaining conversation on my end.
Well, that's good.
I had to say I enjoyed myself.
Oh yeah, you're like father. What's his name? Once I had mine.
Anyway, if you're watching, see you out there.
Yeah, the traitors. But listen, we need to get through a few more videos here.
Right, Paul, we need to do the video of yourself, and so we had the pleasure of meeting Sean Meehan today, and people will know him as Sean's from Sean's Cabin. I have to say, he was such a nice man to talk to. So I did an interview with himself and Paul.
So thanks for that, Orla. You could have done this interview yourself, but you know what I mean, without calling me away from.
I was filming it.
Chores.
What?
I was selling hats there today, by the way, people. Yeah. There they are. There, we'll have them at the Cork hat as well. Make Ireland great again. These are the invisible ones, as you can see.
Yeah, the invisible ones. Yeah,
but yeah, we had them today. We'll have them at the Cork one as well. But yeah, no, myself, Orla and myself did have a chat with Sean about what was going on.
He was a very, very nice man. I feel so sorry for him. He has a Facebook page called Save Sean's Cabin. So if anyone would like to go over and support him on that page, please do so. He what did he say to us, Paul? I think he's 19,000 in debt. Yeah, because of all the solicitors and the court and everything, and there's no help. There's very little help or support out there for him. So he's on Facebook under Save Sean's Cabin.
He did talk about it, didn't he? He did talk about it in the interview. So we let him. Go with this.
How you doing? Joined here now with Sean Meehan. Sean Meehan has been dragged through the courts here. Sean Meehan is a man from the area, aren't you, Sean? And you've been living here all your life, born and bred. And tell us exactly what's happening here with the courts and everything else.
The courts, I was up a couple of months ago, and the judge that I sentenced me to 4 months in prison, stating that the cabin has to come down. But I have nowhere else to live, as I said all along. But then I find that hard for me. They get planning for 3 cabins within the catchment area of Tipperary, and they won't get planning to mine. But yet they can build all these cabins all over the country without planning. So they say mine is, I don't show a social and economic need to live in my own village. I'm born and reared there. My parents and grandparents are a mile from where my cabin is up the road. But how are all these visitors we're getting? How can they have this so-called social and economic need?
Exactly, and they have brought in new exemption orders too. Does that not help you out now? No.
It has to, after it has to be 40 meters. You can have a ground cabin, but doesn't have to be attached to your own house now. But I don't have. All I have is a cabin, so therefore they're saying it has to come down.
And you've appealed this 4 months, have you?
I've appealed it, yeah. I'm on bail at the minute, €1,000 bail. I've launched the judicial review in the High Court in Dublin. And the good news is that's about €15,000.
And you haven't paid that?
I haven't paid yet. I'm already.
But you're going to have to, so you're going to have to come up with it.
I'm already up to about 19,000.
Well, you see, this is what happens, isn't it? They cripple you through the courts. That's what they do, and they make it harder for you. It's with every case. It's not just your case, John. It's every
That's
case
how
they
they
do
break
it.
the system.
Yeah.
Also, the Judge O'Shea then said that the 10,000 that Tipperary County Council ran up, I also now should pay them the money.
Well, this one.
So I should pay them for the pleasure of wanting to send me to jail for 4 months for building a cabin in my own land, in my own country.
And there is exemption orders on different cabins around the area, is there? There's a few cabins have gone up in the area.
There's 3 gone up in the area that I know of that have got planning. But I've tried, I've gone 4 times for planning, I've lodged the people with a court and order. Now I'm gone to judicial review in the High Court in Dublin. But the take is Sean's cabin is coming down, and
Sean's cabin's not coming down.
I'm not taking it down. Why should I?
Why should you? It's on your land.
Like over the Hayward Road, if they pass it as an unauthorised development section 5, they're all unauthorised development. The ones in Carlow, the ones in Sligo. Why should it be mine? They're putting up cabins for our visitors, and they're taking down like the McDonald's.
They're making an example of you. That's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. They're trying to make an example of you so as nobody else does what you're doing.
This is exactly.
That's exactly what it is.
They want to tie you into a mortgage like young kids for 300,000 for the rest of your life. Whereas if you could build one of these, you could live your life, get a few quid together, and you could do something.
Yeah, exactly.
But the way they're working it out, my sons, they never own a house. My daughters will never own a house.
My children's the same. My children never own a house. I've 3 young kids. So they never will.
This is Mullen Island.
Well said. Thank you very much, Sean. Thanks very much. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
And there's a part in it for people as well, to, like this is how bad things are. He was told he had no right to that cabin through, what was it, economic and, what was the other phrase he used? Pretty much that he had no reason to have that cabin there. His grandparents are from that area. That's how far he goes back. And then he's told, well, you've no entitlement to be in that area. Of course he does. He's from there. His parents are from there. His grandparents are from there.
We can bring in Abdullah and his wife and his 6 kids and let him have whatever he wants in this country.
So they have no social or economic reason to be there. But then they turn around and say the same thing to him. Like, I have to say, I was talking to him for ages. It's actually very funny. He turned around and he says to me, he says, you remind me of an old girlfriend of mine.
He looks like Frank.
He didn't say whether that was a good thing or a bad thing. I could be giving the poor man nightmares tonight. But I have to say, he was lovely to talk to. Like, I was talking to him for ages, and I just really hope that he gets things sorted out. So as I said, he's on Facebook under Save Sean's Cabin, so please go over and support him.
Any news, councils? Any news on the NATO warships landing at Dublin Port? I haven't seen any of them. I haven't heard.
I didn't hear about anything with that.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
Right, let's bring up the googly machine.
Paul, can you do Kathy's video till we see? I didn't get a chance to. She only just sent it over, so I didn't even get a chance to look at it. See how it came out.
Did Kathy send it to me? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I sent it over onto the Irish column. I didn't even get a chance to look at it. She only sent it over there at 9 or after 9. Sorry.
Quick edit. Is that this one? The quick edit.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just. Okay. Looks good already. Looks brilliant already.
Why? It's the first picture of you, Paul. Is it? Oh, of course it is. Here we go. Yeah.
It is. I'm gonna hang on, present. There we go.
We're on the one road, share the one load. We're on the road to Carlow Square. We're on the one road, they make it the wrong road. When we're together, now who cares? North and South and Clonmel all. Double and Belfast, Cork down you go. We're on the one road, singing along, singing the soldier song. Though we find our troubles down there, now is the time to make them up again. Sure aren't we all Irish anyhow? Now is the time, stand together now. We're on the one road, share the one load. We're on the road to God knows where. We're on the one road, admitted the wrong road. When we're together, now who cares? Come on, North and South and comrades all. Double and Belfast, Cork and down we go. We're on the one road, sing along.
Jelly.
Yeah, the photographs turn out well.
There's no music.
I'm not in it enough.
Hear any music.
No, I can hear the music.
I'm not in it enough. I should be in it more.
Martin, I made you look great, so quit whinging.
Was that Shane James?
Do you know what I'm just laughing at, Martin? And Anthony, when he's quit lying down. Anthony, I'm not even listening. Did you see the picture, right, of the two of you? He's holding the flag and you're holding the flag. And it looks like you're on your knees or something, because it's like Anthony's up here and you're way down here. Talk about lopsided.
That's not fair.
Are you making fun of my disability?
I have a couple of videos I want to play from the git, okay? Because listen, he's done some great videos over the last few days, so I'm just going to. I've 3 or 4, but we go with one and then we'll talk about it and come back.
This is Socialist Party Councillor McCarthy. The far right are going to try and disrupt the Palestine March in Cork on the 7th of June. Our response is an all-Munster rally, so we're calling on socialists, anti-fascists, trade unionists and Palestine supporters to come to Cork on the 7th to stand with us in solidarity. Homes for all, not for profit. I thought it was a march for Palestine. None of what McCarthy says here is true though, is it? On the 4th of May, Derek Bly put out this post. Ireland says no. June 7th, 2 p.m, Grand Parade, Cork. We will peacefully organise and demonstrate our refusal to accept destructive government policy. Bring your voice and your flags. So it's a protest against the government. Nothing got to do with Palestine. Or the weekly protests for Palestine that take part in Cork. The Fash are aiming to be in Cork on June 7th. Let's show them what a real rally and protest looks like. Munster demonstration rally and protest. Sanctions now. Saturday, June 7th, 1 p.m, Grand Parade, Cork City. So there's a protest against government and government policy. And the usual suspects are lying and pretending it's a protest against the Palestinian protest. And all this just so they can have a glorified counter-protest that benefits the establishment. The pseudo-left are nothing more than the foot soldiers for the establishment and the globalist elite. Could these people actually sink any lower? Oh, wait a minute. Lil Dozza, or Dozza, which I'm led to believe stands for Dumb Orphaned Zoo Animal. I'm just after listening to a space where Derek Bly and Fergus Power were the main guests. They're telling the crowd to carry weapons like swords. This is the X page that hosted the space, Anna, at Molly Kobe. The space in question was recorded, and is still on her page for everyone to listen to. You won't hear anything about weapons. Dozza isn't the... who done that? Dozza isn't the sharpest tool in the box. He's not even in the box, because he's in the zoo. I know, enough of that. Look folks, this is what we're dealing with. All these people have is lies, deceit, and defamation. They have nothing. A national protest for Ireland. Grand Parade, Cork City, Saturday, June 7th, 2 o'clock. This is so...
Well done, Mick.
He's so
well
good
done.
when he does.
He's brilliant.
So
yeah.
I was,
Did you see the pictures of him today?
My first time meeting him today. I never met him before.
And you know what? Make fair play for travelling. He was under the weather and he still travelled down. So fair play to him. He's a legend of a man. Absolutely fucking legend.
The first cartoons. Yeah.
Is Jaden at work? Is he?
Yes. This is Justin and Ezra in communication problems.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Here's this one. Justin and Ezra. Dollars versus stars. Yeah. Who wins that one? You're seeing the other ones, the Western ones. I want ones of us. You have to send the ones in of us, like, you know what I mean? Right, that was the
Oh, I
left.
sent him. I
Oh,
sent him on the video.
do we have the do we have the picture on the table?
Which one?
Orla, did you get that picture of us around the table? We recreated the image from the AI video he did.
I'll play that video now, Greg, in a minute. Don't worry.
Well, let's just say I went through Sarah was taking the photographs. I went through the photographs. They're not exactly. They didn't come up to scratch, shall we say? Because either somebody's looking this way, somebody's looking this way, somebody's looking another way.
But that was the whole point. It was to make it look like we were having a conversation.
Hold on.
So have we no pictures?
Hold
Is that what you're telling me?
Hold
No
on.
pictures?
No.
What?
Yeah, open it. Open it.
Jesus Christ! Send us on the
Orla,
pictures.
if you can still hear me, as long as my hair looks good, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, your hair looks good. Of course it does. Let's do
We must give a
comments.
shout out there while we're here, actually, to Philip Dwyer. He gets around everywhere across the country. And we must stick up his GoFundMe in the comments here as well, because the man does travel the length and breadth of the country, and he makes the time to interview everyone and everything like that. So in fairness, and he went Clonmel and Carlow on his way home.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
I'm going to
put in his. I'm going to put in his buy me a coffee here as well for people, because he does massive amount of work.
I'm putting my buy me a coffee as well there, will you? Yeah,
will. Don't be worried.
Equal support. Everybody's doing good work. But look, Philip has to be shouted out.
Yeah. Buy me a coffee. Yeah, buy me a coffee. Or a Bulmers, or a whatever. I don't mind. But
no, throw Paul a few quid, but also throw fucking Philip Dwyer a few quid, because he's doing.
Yeah, no, Philip does great work. No, he really does. Like, he's everywhere. You know what I mean? And it's not cheap to be everywhere. You know what I mean? And he takes a lot of time out of his day. And did you say anything? Have I got a video on it?
I put it like a little video thing. So yes, Martin, the hair looks great.
That's all that matters. So
I look like a man off the bleeding cartoon in that.
There's Philip's buy me a coffee. So look, if anybody can give him a dig out, it would be much appreciated. He does fantastic work, and he does travel the length and breadth of the country. And do you know what? Philip talks to everybody. Seriously, he absolutely.
I actually have a video here of him talking to a Polish girl earlier. Yeah, we'll play that in a minute.
Yeah.
Right, let me see this. I look too like a man in the cartoon here in this. I'm not liking this one now at all. I'm not liking it at all.
Jesus, I'm a fat fucker. Why do I look fucking 4 times bigger than everybody else?
Probably because you are.
I got the size of my head.
Oh my God! I know. Look,
Martin,
you know what?
Martin, hold on,
try it again.
Near and far away.
Near and far away. That head could have a fucking moon orbit.
Yeah, and then here's me like you were like, give out to me, Orla. And here's me like this, and you, oh my God, we will not say what Martin was saying at that table.
Say it if you want.
How's it said?
Oh yeah, now I remember now what he was saying. Yeah. That was very funny. Well, it was kind of rude, Orla. It was, wasn't it?
Yes, he was very rude. Yes, he was. Yes.
Yeah, not my playbook at all.
But we can try and react it again next weekend when we're in Cork.
And also, we keep skipping over something very important this Wednesday. People don't forget. If you're in Shinadina group, if you're not, you should be in a Shinadina group. But this Wednesday, 7:00, everyone in their different towns in the Shinadina groups are going to get out and do a nationwide patrol. So get out, take a photograph, take a little video if you want. If you're not in a Shinadina group, then you only have to look at what's going on around the country today in Carlow, regardless of what nationality he was, down in all these bypass centres going around, the rising crime everywhere. Get into your local Shinadina group, look out for one another. That's what it's about. All political parties, well, all nationalist ones, all says no groups are part of it. It doesn't matter. That doesn't come into it. It's just people looking out for each other, grassroots stuff. So,
is that Shinadina.ie?
That's the one, Paul. Yeah, have you heard about it?
SENNENADAOINA.ie, yeah?
Yep, that's it. Yeah, we're there today strong.
And there we are there, www.Shinadina.
You spelled it wrong, look.
See, that's what I fucking asked you, didn't I?
Sorry,
that's wrong.
With an E at the end of Dina.
Oh, shit, yeah, no, that was my bad, I knew that. I did know that.
It doesn't sound like you did know, to be fair, Paul.
No, I did. There we are there now, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then join your
shit. No, and I knew it was an E. Please. But, yeah, join us there, lads. And we've a few more videos.
We must actually, before we finish up on the Clonmel thing, I sent you over the video of Frank singing.
I have that, yeah. I downloaded that ages ago. I have that, yeah. That's yeah. We finish off with Frank. Well, listen, we won't finish off, but we finish off the Clonmel section.
And you know
Frank's
what?
all embarrassed in the comment there, is he? I crying with laugh.
Come on. And you know what? Fair play to Frank. People don't realise, like, Frank was really sick the last couple of days and he still came down to Tipperary and he brought down the T-shirts and he got up and he sang and everything. And, you know, fair play to him. I was going to say something else, but I didn't.
and not one gargle had before that. Even he started singing like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
know. Yeah, but fair play to him.
Week, holy Jesus, he'll be doing strips and everything next week.
It's nice.
You see what it's like next weekend.
It's nice to finish off a bit of a few speeches like that with something Irish, you know, keep the tradition alive. We've been all about it since day one. Keep culture alive. You know, it's very important.
And we must actually say as well, because it's so important, again, like that, the amount of people that come up to both myself and Paul and said that they watched the show, you know, so again, to everybody, thank you so much, because we can't do what we do if we didn't have the viewers. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I actually
coffee.
A guy came over to me, right?
Somebody said that to me today, actually. Somebody came up and said, we have to buy you Bulmers, Orla.
This guy came over to me, right, and he shook me hand. He said, how are you, Paul? How's things? I'm looking at him. I said, I know you. I don't know where I know you from. And I just said to him, I said, I know you, but he said, it was at so-and-so and so-and-so's wedding, friends of me, you know. And I said, yeah. He said, how are you getting on? You and I said, no. I said, no, none of that. I said, no, we're away. And this, that, and the other. And he said, it's because of this. I said, yeah. He said, there's an awful lot of people not awake, Paul. He said, and it's ruined an awful lot of people. I said, yeah, I know. I watched the show, by the way. Well done. Fair play. Keep up the good work. It's great to hear. You know, it is. It's great to hear it from people, you know. It really is. Buy me a gaff. Kevin Coyle, not fuck the coffee.
Yeah, Anna, come on now, okay. You're just taking it a little bit too far now. Actually, do you know what? I sent you on because I took 3 clips and put them together. I think it'd actually be good to show when we're just talking about the immigration issue. I sent you on the videos, I think it was this morning, Paul, in relation to France, Paris, and how bad things are over there. It's absolutely shocking what's going on. Like, it's just been destroyed.
I downloaded the 1:43 one. Like, it's crazy.
It's shocking.
I'll play it here now when we come back.
Il n'y aura même pas de célébration.
Ouais, bon voilà, dingue, qu'est-ce qui se passe, hein, les gens ils brûlent les poubelles, voilà.
Feral.
Like that, like is this what's coming to Ireland? Like they, like, oh my God, like you just think like all the tourists that go to Paris, imagine being met with that. Like they've just destroyed that city. They've
Feral.
absolutely no respect.
Subhuman pieces of shit.
I'm going to be honest with you. I was speaking to someone yesterday, okay, and she made a very valid point. She has she was taking students, okay, for the summer. You know, they only get 2 weeks or a week or whatever, and she has them there and blah blah blah. But they have to travel into Parnell Square, okay. Now Parnell Square was where them kids were attacked and everything. You know what I mean? And like these kids are unaware of how unsafe this city is. You know what I mean? She was saying she tries to tell them the whole lot and whatever. But are these kids are not being told how unsafe Dublin City is, and their families obviously don't know. They probably just think, oh, you're staying outside the city, they're in a nice house, blah blah, they're grand. But they have to travel in there. You know what I mean? If you knew your kids had to travel in there on their own, would you, knowing what you know about Dublin City, would you let them do it? No, you wouldn't. You know what I mean? Yes. These parents and these kids, they know nothing of what they're coming into. You know what I mean? Nobody is telling them exactly how this city is. It's just like rainbows and lollipops. Like, you know what I mean? Everything is great. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not. You know what I mean? And everyone is being exploited by this. You know what I mean? Whether you're foreign or not. You know what I mean? But I think it's just crazy. You're going in there and you're putting your life in your hands, and you don't even know you're doing it. Like, you know, the sort of way. And then if you try to tell them this, then you're a bit mental or whatever, you know.
But it's just like I went to Paris a few years ago and I loved it. Like I just thought it was such a beautiful city. And when you see what's been done to it now, it's just horrendous. Like, I mean, how has this happened? Do you know, how did they let it get this far?
Honestly, like Paris has been a kip for a long time. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you where else is another kip. That Florence in Italy, that's another kip. You know what I mean? Like they all say this is
Milan,
great.
Wasn't it Milan as well, where they were up on this big statue in the square. Just like loads and loads and loads.
Not a city in Europe that isn't ruined at this moment in time. You know what I mean? Let's be honest about it, you know? It's ridiculous. Like,
sorry. Now, I didn't get a chance to take the video because I was down with Sean, but did anyone get any clip or anything from Michelle speaking today?
I didn't get it over to me. That's what I'm saying to you. That's what I was looking for a while ago. But I'm going to look for it now.
I didn't get a chance to get a video. I didn't even get Martin talking.
I didn't get any videos. I was up holding the banner and doing whatever. I only got what was sent in to me. That's all.
I had
Why did everybody turn the cameras off when I started talking?
No, there is a clip. Is there a clip of you? There's only 20 seconds of me, but I think there at the end of Philip Dwyer's stream is you, Martin. You start talking in it. He had to put them on blocks. Yeah,
and he turned the camera off.
What did you just say? You put Martin on blocks?
No. He had the last few seconds of his stream has Martin, but I think Yeah, I
Can
can't
you say
upload
Martin
it.
Slow or Martin Small or something? Or what are you implying there, Martin on
I think he said slow and small. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
It sounded like that. He said he put Martin.
Yeah. I heard
Wow.
Paul. I heard him as well. Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's what I got from it, Martin. That's what I got from it.
The man has been kicking me all day. I don't know what I did, but I get kicked all day. Like, I think it's I was taking the piss out of his, I think I was taking the piss out of his goatee.
It's like the Black Spider-Man suit. But
Martin.
no, the
Here,
reason,
Martin.
I couldn't even upload.
Fair play to everyone for sharing now.
Bad Toby. Bad Toby
don't
Maguire,
worry.
is it?
What?
I actually. Paul,
you like bleeding Hitler. Never mind anyone else. You like a little Hitler. Whoa. We have American History X down in the bottom right, and we have Hitler in the top left. Fucking hell, man. Jesus.
Oh, poor Martin.
Off, lads. I put a comment in there just by young
I've
lads.
seen it. I just saw it addressed.
There, so
I'm gonna jump on. You go and watch the movie, and we'll finish off. There's only another half an hour left or whatever.
Fair play.
We'll soldier on. Don't worry.
You'll manage. I think you'll manage, right, lads? So I'll watch it.
Yeah, well, well, I said to you earlier on, Anthony, I'm sick of looking at you today.
Good show, you know.
Yeah, go on there. Come in and tell you. What's over there? What's over there?
Do you not remember him in the pub when he went to do the strip tease around the corner?
That can happen.
That was so funny.
Yeah, no, you're right, lads. We are losing it. We are. Yeah, no, we need to get back on track here, people.
Yeah, I know.
It's a bank holiday again.
Yeah, the
country is fucked, and no one's coming to save us. And like,
Sarah, what's that about? Philip's stream from 106. Why? What part of that?
That must
is
be
that
where
Martin
we're
talking?
talking or we're doing. I don't know.
Who's talking at that?
Sarah, is that me? And can you clip it, please, and send it in?
And can we get proof if he's on blocks or not?
Yeah,
he's not on blocks.
Right,
God bless Anne. Right, I'm going to go with the git again. Okay. About N2. No, about the far right attacks. No, yeah, far right.
Attacks on homeless encampments by self-proclaimed Patriot slammed. Dublin Communities Against Racism have condemned those who are destroying tents, belongings and the fragile shelters of people experiencing homelessness. Pádraig Drummond, CEO of StreetLink Homeless Support, stated, "This is not just vandalism, it is a cruel and calculated attack on human dignity. The people targeted are our neighbours, many of whom have deep roots in these communities." In regards to this article, I posted this. Why is there never evidence for these alleged crimes and incidents, other than the word of Marxists and NGOs? Show me evidence of someone calling themselves a patriot and destroying homeless encampments. Evidence of homeless encampments being destroyed will be a start. I then got this reply. You mean the video that your mates all posted online, going around destroying the camp? You've a short memory. You were all sharing videos of homeless camps being destroyed the other day. Oh yeah, how did I not pick up on that? The camp that this lad was staying in, this lad that threatened to slice our babies and our children, was destroyed. A camp that was full of weapons. A big sub-story from the media and the NGOs. Dublin Communities Against Racism said these attacks are hate crimes on some of the most vulnerable people within our community. The people targeted are our neighbours, many of whom have deep roots in these communities. Ah bless, he has deep roots in our community and he's vulnerable. The NGOs and pro-planters support all these people coming into the country, but they'll ignore threats to slice and kill our children, and take it a step or two further and scream victim on their behalf. Would you want this lad living in an encampment near your area? Would they? And if all these NGOs and establishment minions really meant what they were saying, there wouldn't be any homeless migrants. The caring, tolerant, loving left would be housing these people themselves, in their spare rooms, or at least give them a couch. After this piece of shit made disgusting threats against our children, he was left roam around our communities for nearly a week. If the Gardaí and the establishment aren't willing to protect us, which they aren't, the good people and the communities around the country will, and rightly so. So forget your sob stories, dishonesty, lies and deceit, and live with the consequences of what ye created. And for the couple of people that have asked me to condemn what happened to this lad's camp, what time is it now? Because you'll be waiting.
Good stuff, Mick.
I'm just reading that message there. Just reading that message there. My son was who you met today, Paul, that was slashed on St. Patrick's Night by Africans, and it never made the radio, never mind the news. And he was a big young fella. Like, I'm not messing, he was a big enough young fella. Like, I'd say he could handle himself, like, you know what I mean? But he was slashed in the eye, in the eye and the arm. And he told me, he said, I'm thinking, I watch the podcast all the time. He said, I'm thinking of starting my own one. And I told him, I said, if you want to start it, I said, contact me. I said, we can give you a slot. I said, we can get you up and running. We can help you out. And that goes to any young lad who wants to come on and do podcasts with us. You know what I mean? We can help them out. We can set them up in the studio and get them going. You know, so please God, that young fella does reach out to me tomorrow, and we will sort it.
I had sent on a video. I didn't realize you were playing the Gits one, but so it was from the National Destroyer, and he does very good work on X, and he was going through that as well. And he made some very valid points. Like, he said that man made threats back in 2021, right?
Yeah.
That were up on social media, and I'm sure he was reported. Why was he still in this country? And he also said the way he was speaking about slicing people's throats and the action he was making and all that, he thought that he was military.
Yeah.
You know, but he meant something. I have to say now, his comments were very good.
I don't care about your man's mental health or anything else. Anything less than a deportation order and brought to that airport is unacceptable. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
He should not be in this country. I'm telling you now, he should not be in this country.
No.
You know, and
we have already had 3 children stabbed. We do not want even one more child stabbed in this country.
I want to play a quick video here. Ferg just sent it in to me, and I love the whole thing of it. Fair play to him. And hello, Teresa, by the way. Thanks for watching, Teresa. Fair play to you.
And Emer.
I'll present.
Martin.
And Emer, yeah. And
yeah, my mother, yeah. You know the one who gave birth to you, Martin? And he's just there going, oh, yeah, whatever.
Come on, I'm going to share this. Okay. I'm also going to talk over it because he has something wrote there. So I'm just going to play it there and talk over it. Oh, shite. Lads, why did you do that? I'm not fucking easy. Just bear with me. Yeah, I sort of F that one up. But this is what happens with live shows.
Yeah,
you know
what I mean?
We
need a producer. We should be able to roll it there, Roisin.
Roll it there, Roisin. Yeah. Oh, listen, I might have someone to come in and help me there in that one.
Very good.
You might be looking for the co-host spot. You know what I mean? I don't want to get rid of you yet, or.
Excuse me.
I'm joking. Right, I'm gonna go with this, and I'm gonna read it.
You co-host, that's brilliant.
Do you realise who I am?
I need a new co-host. Help.
I might get you another co-host. Yeah. No, we're gonna play this, and I'll come back and talk. But yeah, this is what Ferg has. Flags on display inside and outside my house all year round. How about we make June Irish Pride Month and put our tricolours out for all to see and show your love for this sacred island and the precious flag. Hang on, there's more. Great to see you all there today. Thanks, Ferg. Yeah, well done, mate. God bless you all here. Cheers, mate. And Teresa, thanks for watching. Thank you, Teresa. But yeah, why not? Let's make this Irish Pride Month and put out your tricolours. We've enough tricolours. How many has Andy Quirk given out at these protests? There'll be more given out again next Saturday. I'll be there early enough. I'll be helping Andy put them out.
I've come across a couple of houses, not in Carlow town, but outside the town, with huge Irish flags.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic to see.
Yeah, everybody needs to do it. Get them out. Get them out. You see this? You see them Palestinian flags thrown in your estate? Just drown them out with Irish flags. That's what you do. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be flying any other flag but the tricolour.
Yeah,
I know people say that it's a different, that the flag is the flag and it's a different flag. And hang on, I might have one here. I might have it there. Is that air one there? Is it? Yeah, that's four, isn't it? Flag with the harp. But the tricolour will do us. But yeah, fly your tricolours, lads. Please do. I'm at the changing that there, and I don't know where I'm at the putting the other one. Doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. So yeah, Pride Month. That's it. Anthony Casey got a red card. Anthony Casey, red card, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you mean, red card? Great idea. Yeah, it is a great idea, isn't it? And you know what idea was thrown around as well? This Eid festival is on Friday. Okay. And I think, listen, the lads are talking about it. They're talking about it in all the groups and the whole lot. You go down there with your Irish flags and your diddly-eye music and your cross and whatever, and you play a bit of music. Don't let them into that place. Or if they do get into the place, make sure they don't say their prayers. Then prayers have to be done at a certain time. If they're not done, they don't do it. They shouldn't be in Crow Park. End of story. I don't care what anyone says. Like, they were the only people that were allowed practice their religion and pray during COVID as well, because they were let into Crow Park to do that. No, that's a no-no. So everybody, if you can,
then people couldn't go to mass.
Go out there now. Let's do it. Let's go there Friday morning and let's bring our speakers. And do you know what? Do you know what you need as well? We need someone with a big spit, and we'll roast a big pig outside it, a wild boar outside, and we'll do the twisty thing and cut that off. And listen, that would be great. I'd love to do that now. I'd do that. Would you do that, Martin? I would.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
When you were actually talking there about the flags, you look it over in America. Like, nearly every house in America has the flag outside.
Well, my aunt lived over there. My aunt she was from East Wall, and she lived there she lived since the 60s. Now, she had a Yankee twang, you know what I mean? But when she came home, she'd be only home in an hour, and she'd be back to talking like she was in East Wall, you know what I mean? Just once she was around people, and that's the way it was. But she flew an American flag outside her house all the time because her kids were born over there, and sons in the army, sons in the police, 2 sons in the police who were killed. They were killed in the line of duty, yeah. Well, yeah, and a son in the army, and she only had 1 son left and a daughter left then out of 5 or 6 of them, I think, yeah. But she used to carry this, the copper one, right? The guy that was a copper. After he died, they give you a little shield that you keep in your purse. And if she's ever stopped at a road traffic thing or anything like that, she just opens the purse and she gets forced preferential treatment, like, you know what I mean? Because her son was a patriot who died, like, you know, because he was in the army or he was in the police force. It's brilliant, like, you know. Drones on Friday morning. Drones dropping rashers and sausages all over Crow Park. Get in there. Don't even cook them, just drop them. Yeah. Yeah. Tricolour on cars like St. Patrick's Day. Yes, everywhere, lads. We need the tricolour. Fair play to fair. We'll make June Irish Pride Month. Get your flags out everywhere. Everywhere. I have one on the car already. So yeah, we need to get more. Remember the ones on the side of the car and everything, and you know. Limerick is going to be creative and different. Limerick is going to be creative and different.
Protest on the 14th.
Yeah. Mad Paddy, we get the message. You're not a fan of Anthony. Yeah. No shit, Sherlock. Mad Paddy, he is a nobody. He's not a nobody. He's a bigger somebody than you, Mad Paddy. Fair play to you. If you don't care, then why comment? Yes, exactly, Sarah. If you don't care, why comment? Yeah. Good luck. You're full of shit.
I was just going to put. He just said you should be leader. I was just going to put that one up.
Yeah, no.
Who should be leader?
All.
He said I should be leader. No,
yeah, you deleted too fast.
Yeah, he's all right. I don't want to be the leader. It's grand.
There was your window.
Now you're sucking diesel.
There was your window.
To what?
I said that was your window and you missed it.
I don't want to be.
I'm just laughing at Rose's comment there, which said, "Now you're sucking diesel." Go, Rose, are you from Cavan by any chance? Because that's a great Cavan saying. Only we don't call it diesel, we call it diesel.
Irish girl, very nice to meet you today. Great homemade banner. Yeah, fair play to you. She was a lovely woman as well. I met her as well.
Is that the lady that had the religious stuff on it?
Yeah. I got a picture with it. Send it in to me if you can. I have it there. I got a picture of her and her son with it. So yeah, send it in. There's the number. 089 203.
Yeah, she did all the stuff with Jesus and everything on. It was very well done.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah. It was done on a Michael Leahy.
Michael Leahy, poster. Yeah. She had canvas for him.
Yeah. Limerick has a new perspective. Will be different and fresh. come to us on the 14th of June, go to Cork next week. No long political speeches. People need to be less speak. Yes, I'm going to be honest, lads. Yeah, I've been getting messages all day. Why was your man let speak for so long? Like, we had no control over anyone who spoke today. Whoever wanted it was an open mic, like, you know what I mean? People wanted to speak. The only reason I took the mic was to sort of, people were asleep after that chap was talking. No disrespect to the chap or anything like that, but it went on for 18 minutes.
It was 14 pages, Paul. Oh my
God. Like people were asleep, so I thought I'll take it next just to see, can I, inject a bit of whatever, you know what I mean? Like, and
no, your speech was very good because it was short and sweet and straight to the point.
I'm going to be honest, lads. I'm going to be honest. If you have to read off something, you're not speaking from the heart. And, you need to know, you need to be able to rhyme off what you have. You have your 5 bullet points, boom, 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 and it's done, it's gone, and you're out of there. People have an attention span of about 2 to 3 minutes. And unless, and I'm going to be honest, there's only one man in this country that can hold the crowd, and it's Gavin Pepper at this moment in time. You know what I mean? I have to say that. You know what I mean?
Oh, can we play Gavin's video?
Yes. Where is it? You sent it over to me, didn't you?
I did. No, I didn't download. I just sent over by X, but it's very fun. I love when he does the accent.
I think I have it downloaded already. I probably
again,
did.
He's straight to the point.
Where is it? I think I did download it already, but I'll play it here on X. It's brilliant. It's just brilliant, I have to say.
Very good.
Do you know what I'm gonna just go with? I'll play Gavin's in a minute, but I just want to play this one here. This is of a father who, I don't think it's his child, but there was a child. Listen to it. Listen to this. Okay, this is just horrendous. This is from the Illinois.
Right. No, see all this here standing protesting. It's doing no good. Going to your politicians is doing no good. Now is the time to stand up and start and move these your fuckers on. As a lot of you don't know, a teenager was raped yesterday afternoon, going between Ballykill 1 and Ballykill 2, which is a back path. Like, we've all grew up in it. Wee bit of a bridge with trees and that there. A man with dark skin, dark eyes, with his face partly covered, raped a teenager yesterday in the Ballymena area. Ballykill 1, between Ballykill 1 and 2. Folks, you see all this protesting and stand protesting against it, it's doing that. We're all just going to have to start putting these fuckers out.
That's crazy, isn't it?
I concur. I agree with the man.
I concur myself. Yeah, I concur myself. Sorry, the Halal chap there keeps asking, Paul, have you fallen out with Froggy? I've asked you a couple of times. I meant to address it ages ago and I forgot all about it. No, I was out with Froggy yesterday. I went out. I had to meet someone out that way yesterday, and I went out and I met with Froggy. He was still only getting out of bed. I went in, had a chat with him. He was showing me the cartoon thing he's making. Listen, he's brilliant. Froggy's deadly. He's deadly. I like Froggy. No, I haven't fallen out with Froggy, and Froggy can come on the show anytime he wants. He just needs to send me a text, and I will send him the link. I love Frog. Frog is a good lad. You know what I mean? Yeah, he really is. But what's this? Frank Power. Exactly. No, 1916 families were invited to GPO this year. They're trying to wind all it. They want everything gone. Everything gone. That's it. You banned my dad. Who banned your dad? Patsy Pepsi. Who's your dad?
That's Mad Paddy from a minute ago.
Oh, okay. Grant. He's right. Yeah. What we got? He's got a point. Yes, Orla, he was brilliant. Carl Jan. Well said, that man. Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, it is. I have to say. It really is. You know. I better look for this Gavin one here. Hang on. This is just brilliant. It's just so funny.
When he does the accents, it's just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But he's telling the truth about what's going on.
Yeah. I'm not hearing it for some reason. I don't know why I'm not hearing it.
Well, all the videos you put up now, there's sound to them.
Yeah, well, I'm not hearing it, but I suppose I've heard it already. Just let me make sure.
You're just old, Paul. That's what's wrong with you.
Don't start with the old shit. All right, it's not good. It's not productive, all it. I'm telling you, it's not productive. I know someone who's going to give out to you.
The numbers are, without the Facebook, the numbers are very high.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Why, what are they at the moment?
Well, they're bloody higher than, as in, maybe Facebook isn't actually a good platform to be putting it out, and maybe you should drop it and look at another YouTube channel as opposed to Facebook.
Well, we have the other YouTube channel. You know what I mean? We have the Irish Column YouTube, but we've only 70 subscribers on that. But hey, listen, another Twitter channel we want. We want to be putting it out on the Ireland Force Twitter channel as well. We need to get a blue check mark on that.
You could do that. You could do that through Orla.
I shared it earlier on today. This evening, I shared it.
Yeah, I know you did, but no, we can put it out actually on the whole of it goes out to the 4,000 members, and you see it's on, on the actual channel, the way we used to do it before.
6,000 members.
Yeah, 6,000. Lovely. It's the 110th anniversary of I Love Froggy. He's mental, so funny. Yeah, he is. Love Froggy. And he invited us to the barbecue. He said, "Are you coming to the barbecue?" I said, "Yes, I am, Froggy. No better man." Yeah, I'll be there. Don't you worry. Pepper for Better. I'm going to just play Pepper for Better here, Padda. I know you love him. I love him. He's my mate. He's just fucking brilliant.
Folks, Councillor Gavin Pepper here, and I'm here at the old Bagot Street Hospital, and the government want to turn this into a primary care unit. Now everybody knows over in Summerhill the people are fighting to keep their primary health care unit open. They're fighting against it when they want to shut it down. But over here, they don't want it. No, the residents over here will never have it. I mean, how dare you even challenge us on this? We warned you before. I mean, will you not learn in the door? We spend hundreds of thousands to put up beautiful fencing to keep those illegal immigrants off our beautiful canal. We know we can win because we've the lawyers to back us up. We've got the money. We're the elite. Do you not understand that? This is Dublin 4. Around the corner we've the Waterloo Exchange. We've John Taylor's good old suits. We've got Waterloo £1 million houses. How dare you even challenge us? Remember, we don't need a primary care unit. We've got private health care. That's for regular health care is for you people on the north side. Working class. Now, we want to give a shout out to Jack White in the Irish Times. Good man, Jack, for saying we're a residents association. That's the way to do it. Now we're calling on Pat Kenny, good old Pat's got your back. Kieran Kennedy, Shane Coleman, Nick Clifford, Kevin Backhorse, RTE. You're worth every penny of that bailout. Keep punching down. We want to say thank you to the fake left, Sinn Féin and the Social Democrats and Labour for joining together with Fianna Gael. Together you're stronger. Work together. You see, housing. We have a housing crisis. And it's gone up again today. 15,580 families. 4,775 kids. I know how to fix it. Let's have a Rave the Roof march and bring in more immigrants. That's why we signed the EU Migration Pact. 30,000 more migrants a year. That's the way to fix a housing crisis. Bring in more. It's not supply and demand anymore, basic economics. No, it's more demand with no supply. We want people in the working class to be waiting years for a hip operation, to never get that scoliosis treatment you need. If you're old, we don't want to put you in a nursing home. We hope you hurry up and just die. You're costing us taxpayers money. But either way, we don't want this in our communities. It's as simple as that. We're not going to tolerate it. And we want to give a big shout out to all the posh areas that have fought against it. Out in Torquay, out in Killarney. Like I said, buy the City West Hotel, put them out there. You fit more out there. Coolock one, but we can find another place to put them in. There's loads of places to put these in. And that's the way to do it. And what you do is you keep punching down on them. If they say anything, call them bigots, call them racists, call them far right. I don't care what you call them. Just don't get them over here in Dublin 4. We will not tolerate it, and we'll not have it again. Don't make me make this video again now. Thank you, Simon Harris. We love you.
You're muted.
Kevin Coyle just put up in the comments there, how many times did he rehearse that in the mirror? I'm telling you now, I've done these videos with him. He doesn't rehearse anything. He just goes at it. That's it. I used to be the man behind that camera, you know what I mean? But fair play to Val. Val is the lady there. Val is brilliant. You can actually hear Val laughing in the background. And he said it to me. He said, Paul, I knew it was funny when I heard Val laughing. Gavin doesn't practice anything like that. Even for speeches, Gavin doesn't practice. Gavin gets up, rhymes it off his tongue with passion, And that's just the way Gavin is, like, you know what I mean? And that's why he's loved, you know what I mean? He's by far the only man that's out there. There's nobody can touch Gavin Pepper for doing a speech. I don't care who they are. I really don't. Give Gav a sketch show. Listen, I offered Gavin loads of shit. He just doesn't want any of that shit. He doesn't. He just does his thing, and that's it. Like, you know, Gav is wicked. Remember the time we went out to Pat Kenny's in a tent? I was there, Paul. Yeah, I was there, Paul. Yeah, I swear to God. Yeah, we camped out there for a whole weekend. I'm actually going to re-release the video. We done a video the week before called Class Wars, where we went out around Dublin 4, Dalkey. There's a video of him walking around Dalkey going, Dalkey is the most racist town in this country. It was brilliant. Like, you know, and the people of Dalkey are looking at him, you know. He asks one woman, could you tell me where the iPad centre is? iPad centre? What's an iPad? He says, yeah, I know, because there's fucking none out here. You know what I mean? That was very funny. It's brilliant. I'm going to release it again. I'll put it up on the YouTube page. But yeah, fair play to him. What's this? How you even challenged us, you people in the north side? I don't know what you mean. Clive in a dress. Yeah, Clive was in a dress out of Pat Kenny's. But do you know the funny thing about it was, right? We had two tents, right? And one of the tents had a rainbow flag on it, a Palestinian flag on it, and a pride flag on it. Like, we had all the flags, like, you know what I mean? It was mad. I swear to God, it was mad, yeah. I know you were, Fitzy. Yeah. Well, you know I was there. Yeah, it was brilliant. Get Gavin on. We need more laughs. Yeah. Listen, what time is it? It's 23:20. We're going to be finishing up now in a while. So I don't think. No, he's away. I think he's away doing something. Yeah. But he did tell me to send him the link. But I'll send it to him. Should we do one on Tuesday or whatever? But yeah. There's. What else have we got there? We have the git again. I'm going to go with the git again, and then the far right attacks, and then we'll come back. So we have another, 20, 15
Attacks on homeless encampments by self-proclaimed Patriot slammed. Dublin communities against...
We already done that. We done that earlier, didn't we? Yeah. We did, yeah. Sorry, the media. The media one we're going to go with.
Make it stop. Parent attacked outside school near anti-immigration encampment in Dublin. A number of local community groups have called for calm, saying the protest is disrupting daily life near 3 Dublin schools. The way this article is worded and laid out is very important here. The headline alone would lead people to believe that a so-called anti-immigration protester, aka the big bad far-away far-right, attacked a parent outside a school. But that couldn't be further from the truth. The attacker is understood to have charged at the parent with a knife in his hand as the parent was standing at the entrance gate of the school at 8:30 am on Wednesday morning. The male attacker chased the father for a short time before he caught him and assaulted him at the school gates. I thought the parent was standing at the entrance gate of the school. Which is it? The incident is the latest in the Basin Lane area of Dublin 8, where anti-immigration protesters have camped for 2.5 weeks. Despite confirmation earlier this month that plans for a second International Protection Accommodation Service Centre had been shelved. While some point to long-standing issues like neglect of the area and antisocial behaviour to explain the protests. So they're aware that the plans for another IPAS centre in the area have been shelved, and they're protesting for different reasons. This whole article is a mess. We need to circle back here for a moment though. The incident is the latest in the Basin Lane area of Dublin 8, where anti-immigration protesters have camped for 2.5 weeks. March 2020, shocking knife attack video over a drugs debt of €100. Where? In Basin Street. 2008, incident in Basin Lane. It was a stabbing. April 2025, court appearance, serious assault and arrest, Basin Street, Dublin 8. 2018, machete tug hacks off part of man's ear in vicious attack at Basin Street Flats. So let me get this straight. The big bad far-away far-right are protesting in an area in Dublin that's known for violent crime. They're protesting there for 2.5 weeks. So everything's now their fault. Especially this latest attack. But they're in the area. Going by the definition of far-right in May 2025, there's a high chance that your granny is far-right. So the establishment, their minions on the left, and their minions in the media, are throwing everything they have to try and stop what's coming.
He's brilliant, isn't he? He is brilliant. Yeah. But it's true. That's how they work it now. You know what I mean? Everyone is far, far away, far right, as Mick says. You know what I mean? Yeah. I have a video of your man. I just want to play this video of your man. This is this fella that I was talking about that we wanted deported. But this is from a couple of years ago. But when you hear this.
Son of a bitches. I'm gonna chop your legs. You think I'm kidding? I'm gonna be the guy that's gonna chop a lot of legs on these islands, motherfucker. Myself. Break legs, hands, pull eyes off, cut tongues. That's coming your way. Slice skins, crucify. I have a lot of methods. Fuck you. Be ready.
Someone's asking what platform is Gavin's video on. It's on Twitter there now at the minute. If you go onto his and it'll be on TikTok as well. Gavin has a TikTok. I think there's a Facebook as well. I know he doesn't look after it, but listen, hey, it all needs reversing. It sure does. But that's your man. That's the guy who we want to get deported. You know what I mean? But we'll finish up now in a minute. But I just want to, all the stuff that Phil does, we all know what Phil does. You know what I mean? But this today was a beaut. This was a lunatic, a communist, Polish girl. Have you seen this one?
I seen her giving the boo when we were passing. Yeah,
when we were passing, and he stopped and he gave her enough rope to hang herself, like, you know. So let's go with this. It's the name of this is Polish Simpleton Says Ireland is a show.
Where are you from?
I'm from Poland.
So you want to open borders everywhere?
Yes.
Are you communist?
Yeah.
You are a communist?
I would say so, yeah. If we had no immigrants, this country would still be shit.
We have the best country in the world. My ancestors fought and died for this country. And I don't appreciate someone that's not of Irish descent saying my country is shit. What do you say about your own people?
I don't live in Poland because I completely disagree with their stance on everything.
So you want to open borders everywhere?
Yes.
Really? So this is Ireland. So if you want to open borders, you go and fight for open borders in Poland.
It's your country, like you are Irish, and this is Ireland.
All the shots and 75%.
Yeah, but why are you so protective?
There's
nothing happening. Like you're not getting attacked. Like we are just people at the end.
Sorry, we have a right to have our own country. Irish people.
I did
a lot of history.
But of course, but I'm not.
And how? By the way, how dare you come to Ireland and tell us we should open our borders? You not think that's very arrogant?
I didn't say that though.
So you want to open borders everywhere?
Yes.
You do have a cheek to say. You did say we should let everybody in.
I said that I would prefer that, but not into Ireland in general. I think borders are just stupid because at the end of the day, we're people and we're just making up all this like nonsense. In every country there's going to be criminals. In every country it doesn't matter what culture or country you're from.
So important more like Galia Ibrahim was murdered in Limerick by an Afghan national that flew into this country undocumented, and he was here 6 months when he gutted her like a fish in 1 minute and 52 seconds, and you're saying there's no one being attacked. There's reports of other people that were in the country only a few days raping and sexually assaulting women up in Dublin and around the country.
Yeah, so every time I go out for a night out.
We have our own problems. We don't need any more.
They have to be locked up and dealt with, but that doesn't justify importing any number of more.
Like, look at the state. The economy is shit. The housing crisis is insane, and the government should do something about it instead of investing 300,000 over for a bus stop.
What's causing the housing crisis?
Well,
why do we have a housing crisis in Ireland?
If you tell me it's the immigrants.
Yeah, too many.
Are they contributing to it?
No, because that's not how it works.
So importing more people is not contributing to the housing crisis.
But,
is that what you're saying?
But there are houses. It's just that Irish people can't afford them anymore. There's so many.
There's private houses that you want to take off people. Is that what you want?
That's the goods.
No, but I'm just saying that there are houses. Yeah. It's just that the economy is so.
Holiday homes. People have 2 and 3 houses, and you want to take those people so we can provide for immigrants. You want to take those private properties away from those people.
I think at some point, after you have more than 2 houses, you shouldn't be allowed to have more.
Okay. Do you know what? That's communism. Do you know that's communism?
Are you communist?
Yeah.
You are a communist.
I would say so, yeah. If we had no immigrants, this country would still be shit. I'm in college right now. There's no funds. There's no funds for students. The medical system is absolutely
funds for foreigners
in the world. If you don't like it, get a flight back to Poland.
Yeah, you should leave.
Do you think that?
Yes, 100%.
I don't think it.
You're
I know
so delusional. Oh my God.
We have the best country in the world. My ancestors fought and died for this country. And I don't appreciate someone that's not of Irish descent saying my country is shit. I don't.
Telling us what's what.
Poland is shit too.
Well,
what's your opinion?
No, because it's like this. There's good and bad things.
You will probably enrage a lot of people watching this with your attitude towards another country that you're not from.
I'm not.
That you've been welcomed in as a guest, and you're telling us now that we shouldn't be protesting against our population being replaced. You're not going to.
That's what I'm saying every.
That's what we're protesting.
Well, every country has its issues. Yeah, Poland has its issues. Ireland has its issues. There's a reason why I don't live in Poland, and there's a reason why I want to move out of Ireland. The students are not getting any help. The medical system, bad. You can't get a house. How many ghost estates do you see that people just can't afford?
Will you leave those issues to the Irish people to complain about, and you go back to Poland and complain about your own country and help make Poland a better place?
Exactly.
But why do I have to do that? Like, why does it matter what country you're from?
It matters a lot to me. It matters a lot to me.
If you wanted to move to
I love our values and our culture and our heritage.
Spain to enjoy
and I love Spanish culture and heritage.
Exactly. And would anyone hate on you for moving to Spain to want to enjoy Spain? No.
Are you in favour of multiculturalism?
Yeah. Well, that's just such a weird question.
Are you in favour of that?
Of what?
Multiculturalism. Like loads of different nationalities together in the one place.
Well, yeah, because I'm not a Nazi.
What a fucking idiot.
What a gobshite. Yeah. Now, wow. And she just kept going on.
I'm actually really surprised at her attitude, because we would have met an awful lot of Polish out during elections, and they were 100% against all this.
So she is of the age that has gone through the education system, European education system, where she has been completely brainwashed to believe that you shouldn't ever own a home, and if you own a home, you're some sort of capitalist pig. You know what I mean? The fact that she is from a country like Poland and she classes herself as a communist means her parents actually didn't fucking beat her enough as a child and tell her what communism was actually like. And if you reared that, if you've that living in your house and you're a parent, that's on you. It's not on them, it's on you. You allowed that to grow up in your house. So if you have one of those fucking nose ring simpletons, that's on you. And they will push you into the fucking suicide machine as soon as they can.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I have to go beat my children. I'll be back.
So what?
Hey, Martin, your children are old enough and big enough to beat you now.
I probably would, all three of them.
Oh, wait, I tell you, I was sitting on the phone tonight, wasn't I? And a bleeding seagull flew by and shit all over me, yeah. I was on the phone and said, that's for luck. You know what I mean? That's for luck. What?
Not when a seagull does
the last week now, I have to say. I've had a bit of luck in the last week, you know what I mean? But that didn't seem lucky now tonight when that landed. I haven't checked my auto still. Check it out this evening. But we just finish off with a few comments there. Sure, there's Polish fellas living close to Carlow camp. Used to look after us all the time. It's true, yeah. Proper wood, brand new fire pit, food. Most Polish are good people. She's just a lunatic. I know loads of Polish people too, Kev. Yeah, it's true.
They are totally
they're all paying tax. Like they've bought houses. They're all builders. They're all doing a bit. You know what I mean? So, and this is the same thing that happened. Like I know, not Muslim lads, but I know lads to be at the school and they're Muslim. You know what I mean? And when I was canvassing, they were giving out fuck to me about the migrants coming in the area. They were, you know what I mean? And then I was asked, Philip asked me on a live stream, and I said it on the live stream. I said, even the Muslims in my area are sick over this, they're giving out about it. And of course, that was stitched together. We all know the rest of it. The rest is history. He's ringing me. Why is he ringing me? No, don't ring me on this one, Ferg. Ring me on the other one if you're ringing me. You won't get me on that one. Polish are sound, yeah. Well, I think that's us there for tonight now, lads. Or you have nothing else there you want me to run with, have you?
Well, I sent you over a load of stuff, but we don't have time for it tonight.
Look, we still have a bit of time. Like, you know what I mean?
Actually, there's a video there now I would have sent on to you of a young girl. I'm not sure what country it was from, where she was being harassed. A young blonde girl. Now, it's probably from a couple of days ago. But I think I had Screen recorded?
No, Michael. Your man, what's his name? Was it?
Oh, Michael McCarthy. Yes, it could have been him. Yeah, one of his. He's very good.
I'll go with that. Why isn't this coming up here? There we are.
Mm.
I already see the comments. She voted for this.
Why?
It's not always the case.
I don't know you. What? Why do you need to know my name?
At least this girl, she has a bit of courage. She has a bit of confidence. You know, she means business. Look, he follows her to the store then.
What do you want? Are you like waiting for me? What the fuck do you want? What? Nervous? I'm not nervous. There's a man speaking to me and I told him not to talk to me. And now you're waiting outside when I'm in the store. You don't know me. I don't know you. Leave me alone. Are you like fucking following me?
I want to look at you.
Don't look. What the fuck is your problem? Don't do that shit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Different world, isn't it? The state of Europe, and we're supposed to pretend as if we should accept this.
Paul, unban my dad. How do I unban his dad? I don't know how you unban people in here.
But like that woman went into a shop and he was waiting for her outside. Now, it didn't say what country it was from. But Jesus Christ, like a woman can't even go to the shopping piece without being harassed.
But it's happening here as well. Like,
yeah, I know.
I was only told it's happening with the Irish lads as well. Some of the Irish lads are harassing the women as well. Like, you know what I mean? Builders and the whole lot. You know what I mean? It's not just all foreigners. You know what I mean? Let's be honest about it. You know what I mean? I've seen it with my own eyes. But there's an awful lot of that shit going on with especially blonde women. This is what this guy just said. Look, I heard blondes all over Europe are dyeing their hair brown. Yeah,
yeah, I've heard that as well. Yeah,
so much by the foreigners, you know. Yeah, it's crazy shit. Like, really is. Well, I think we're finished now. I think this is all we have. Yeah, boom, boom, boom.
Right, it's ready for Patrick to come in with his comment.
Do you know what I have got? I'm going to just play this Patrick McGreal one just for a minute because this is important.
I sent that on to you, didn't I? Didn't I send? Is that the one I sent on to you? Okay, yeah.
Our government, through its Office of the Attorney General and its Department of Justice, will attempt to subvert the Constitution of Ireland in our High Court. They're going to do this by trying to attach a financial fee to a constitutional right, which is Article 40.4.1 degree, that no citizen shall be deprived of their personal liberty, save in accordance with law. Personal liberty in Ireland is the right to live in peace. It protects us from governmental overreach and state employee actions that fall outside their statutory duty. We can then bring action against the government through our High Court and hold them accountable, both through their offices and personally accountable. And that's when these individuals learn, when they're being held personally accountable in our courts publicly. So please come to the High Court for 1:30. I'll explain briefly before the hearing begins at 2:00 on what the arguments are going to be put forward. The government have absolutely nothing to stand on, only case law that is not connected to the Constitution of Ireland. I'll be putting forward a strong argument based on the Constitution of Ireland and statutory law. And it will be my hope that the High Court judge will see the truth being told to him and make a decision that furthers the Constitution of Ireland. So it's up to us to exercise our rights, and if we don't do it, you can guarantee our government is not going to do it for us. They're actively in the courts every day of the week, trying to subvert the Constitution of Ireland, to deprive the people of this country with their rights to live in peace, and they're trying to deprive us with our right to take these matters before the courts. And it's up to us to stop them, because if we don't do it, no one else will.
Amazing, man.
He's doing some great work. So anyone that's around in the High Court on Tuesday, please go in and help him out. You know, that's what we need to do. I'm trying to unblock this fella. I don't know how I can unblock him, but listen, I'm sorry, they won't be doing it.
Did you block him in the first place?
I blocked him, yeah. I just... There we go, Pala. Yeah, let the lion roar, Fitzy. Great show as always, gang. Doing deadly.
Thanks, Patter.
Yeah, we just hit 1,500 there, people. Fair play to you.
Oh, wow, brilliant.
Yeah. So,
fantastic.
Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in and sharing and everything. If you want to buy us a coffee, there you go. You can buy us a coffee.
Martin, will you send on the link to Sarah?
For what, to buy me a coffee?
Yeah, Sarah, buy us all coffee.
Yeah, and buy me a Bulmers. Well, she'll be doing that next weekend when I'm down staying with her.
Oh, and you'll be doing the sandwiches. Let the lion roar. Right, Martin, I'll drop you down, mate, and I will talk to you in a few minutes. You send on the links there. Thank you so much for your input. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Orla, as usual, it has been emotional.
Of course.
Thank you so much for co-hosting with me this evening. Thank you very much. And I will talk to you in 2 minutes. That will just make me bigger. So, people, thank you very much for tuning in. We've hit 1,500 tonight. Great night. And Facebook was down. They wouldn't let us put it out on any of the Facebook. So, yeah, that's brilliant. Thanks very much. But as we say every night when we leave here, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it defends itself. Good night and God bless.